What's up, guys? Whoa, duels were nuts. It's gonna take me a second to copy these links, share them. Let's go. Man, whew, the Bandies crowd was hype. Man, I can't wait for this next one. I have a feeling the Yori and Avery crowds are gonna be bananas. I know that Ford always travels well as well. I'll tell you, Northwest Guilford Laney's crowds didn't disappoint either. And Bunn, even though they had a small crowd, the small crowd was fired up too. It was great. I think I got the comment section ready to go since I see Rhett in there. He's holding it down for us in the comments. So if you want to know something or hear something, then just let me know. I'm going to start with 2A. I'm going to give it just a minute, about 2 minutes. Let people start jumping on. Like I was saying, the crowds were bananas. Bandies brought like a whole student section here, and they were fired up. I mean, every match, it doesn't matter if they were ahead, behind, whatever, the student section was in it the whole match, the whole time. I think it really played a factor in the duel. So in the Samuel match, I'll get to it in the recap, but just straight up right away, in the Samuel match, he was on top, dominating per usual, right? And he goes hard crossface, and it definitely was questionable. And Pepin had to go in a concussion protocol, and he definitely looked like he couldn't continue. He was not stable. And at that point, they ended the match. And since it was unsportsmanlike conduct on Samuel, it went DQ and 6 points for Northwest Guilford, which put the whole duel in the balance. So that was really crazy. I'm gonna give it just a second. I'm gonna start running down that 2A duel, and then I'll hit 4A. I gotta go a little faster this time, as Ford and Needham Pines are already coming to the mat on that side. Yori and Avery are gonna be coming over here in just a minute, so we'll be having them warming up. It's a little less of a time frame than it was from the girls to the first duel. All right, so let's start 2A, guys. Hopefully you hear me pretty decently. They got music blaring, they got announcer going. It really is a great atmosphere. This is my first one. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that, Coach Young. What's up, man? All right, and I appreciate that, Coach Young. Yeah, it's a cool atmosphere. If you've never been, you should come. This is my first time here at this one. They've only done the duels together in one location for a little while, and obviously we didn't have them last year. So let's talk 2A. Man, like I said, Bandy's section brought the heat. Their student section was there. They had a whole group of parents. They traveled well. They were rowdy the entire time, and they kicked it off right away and came out. We started at 138, and they got the fall there. 45, they got the fall again. 52, fall again. 60, fall again. So they were already up 24 points to nothing right away, Bandy's was, and the crowd was loving it. And the energy in this place was rocking. So Bandy's with all those big wins right there from all their hammers in the middle lineup. When I saw that was starting at 138, I knew that was a good spot for Bandy's, just because they have all those guys and they could kind of end that run with the Moore brothers. But it kept going with Zach Evans and Austin Klein getting the falls. Bunn got their first win at heavyweight, and then again at 106, which 106 was an amazing match. Bryce Kirkland fought really hard until the very end, but fell there. Guys, I'm telling you that the Bandy's team is good. I kind of gave Red a hard time in the beginning of the year for making it his state duel pick. I wasn't really sure, or his state champ pick. I wasn't really sure about that one, but as time has gone on, Bandy's has proven that's it. They are the team, and today they proved it again in a big way. So after that run they had at 38, 45, 52, 60, 70, 82-95, where they just were crushing it. It looked bleak for Bun at that point. The duel was pretty much sealed up. And then, and I think it was even sealed up at that part. Yeah, I'll say it, Rhett. You were right. Rhett said, row the boat. Bandy's 2A state champs, book it. I give him a hard time, but he proved it. The Bandy's proved it for it. Rhett was right. Rhett was right from the beginning of the year. Now, we both picked that one. We both picked that one when the duel started. But I will say, Rhett was right from the beginning of the year on Bandy's. And they proved it in a big way. They sealed the duel. Yeah, it's hurting my heart to even admit it like that Rhett was right. But they proved it in a big way. So they got that fast start. They were up like 24 or 30 nothing, and then continued to pour it on. I think it was like 42 nothing going into heavyweight, and that heavyweight they get the fall in overtime. 106 they get the decision. 120 they get another decision, does Bun, and then they get a fall at 126. But then Bandy seals it with a fall. The crowd goes wild. And they know that they are now the 2A state champs is Bandy's high school. Row the boat. You should have seen the celebration, guys. It was a lot of fun. So congratulations to all the Bandy's crew, the student section, all the Bandy's wrestlers, the coaches. It was hype. So over the 4A duel, which kind of was a tale of a couple duels. It started at 138, which I thought was great for Northwest Guilford. I thought Northwest Guilford started at 138, right in the middle of their lineup. They're going to get a little bit of points in there, have to hold on to the upper weights a little bit, and then the lower weights are where all the tough matchups were going to go down. So 138, Laney steals one, in my opinion. I thought Harger was going to be the favorite, but ended up being Bonacore over Harger at 138. And that was huge for the duel. It ended up being huge for the duel. Then 145, 152, Queen and Pepin take care of business. Side note, Drew Pepin looked phenomenal. Man, he was so slick on his feet, looked tough on top. He's going to be a heavy favorite heading into the state tournament. Then at 160, Laney answers back again. And then 170, Laney has out Alex Hopper. Man, that kid just does the thing. It looks incredible. Then 182, Bishop goes out, gets a fall. Huge again for Laney. They kind of just won when they needed to. They got all the matches that really could have swung the duel, kind of went Laney's way, and it ended up paying them huge dividends at the end. So 82, Bishop comes in. The score of the Bandy match was 60 to I think it was 18 at the end. At the end of the Bandy's match, when it was sealed up, so I stopped looking at the score for the last match or two, because I was also watching the Northwest Guilford and Laney match, which was getting into the balance. So at 82, Bishop got the fall for Laney. 95, Devin Bell goes out. He's certifiable monster. He just looks incredible. Man, he's going to be a problem on the next level for Coach Sentes. The app homer in me doesn't like that, but he looks great. And then 220 goes Northwest Guilford's way, and this is where the momentum. I felt like the momentum kind of shift back to Northwest Guilford. They were hyped. Their fans were into it. Big win, 5-3 for Abbott over Richardson there. A heavyweight, Pollock steps up big for Laney, gets the fall, and then we're coming back down to the bottom where Kyle Pruden gets a six pinfall for at 106 and looks phenomenal there. And it kind of starts, you feel it going back towards Northwest Guilford. It was really just back and forth battle. And then at 113, Kodo from Laney goes out, does his job, works right there. Then at 120, Eli Prendergrass comes out and looks amazing. Oh man, he looks good. I was hoping, I heard some little birdies tell me he was trying to get down to 113 and him and Kodo could wrestle, but it didn't happen today. I don't think it was part of the real plan, but he ended up going 120, getting the fall there, making the match interesting. But you think, going 126, they got Mark Samuel, who hasn't lost a match in forever. He hasn't lost a match in forever. So it's sealed up for Laney. That's the way it looked. It looked like Laney was starting to take off a little bit. It was 2 matches to go with Mark Samuel. You like those odds if you're Laney. And then hard crossface from Samuel. Pepin didn't look like he could continue from my vantage point. Like I said, definitely questionable crossface from him. I was at a bad vantage point to kind of see it, so I don't want to make any judgments. But Pepin couldn't continue. I think he would have if he could have. He's a tough kid. And then I do want to shout out Mark Samuel for he didn't get upset, didn't throw his headgear, didn't cry about it. He shook Pepin's hand, understood that that's what happens sometimes, and he suffered the consequences of some actions, right? If that's what the call is. So shout out to him, both guys, classy in that situation. But that put the match in the balance going to 132, which in my mind would have been maybe the best matchup anyway, with Jaden Harrison and Will Gibson. Gibson wrestled really tough at the Tiger Classic. That's where it really impressed me. Harrison's been putting up really impressive results for the past year and a half. So 60-18 was the final score. Rhett, thanks for looking it up. That was off memory, so I did get that right off my memory. But Jaden Harrison, Will Gibson, for all the chips. Now Gibson needed the major. They were down 32-28. They needed the major to tie. So he knew that, and he was the aggressor the whole match. Harrison knew he just had to lose by a regular decision. For the first period and a half, 2 periods, he was definitely trying to win the match. But then he kind of had a revelation that, hey, if I do lose this one and not by major, my team wins. So, and that's what happened. It was just off the strength of really aggressive stall call that went Gibson's way, and an escape that went Gibson's way. Both guys were in deep a couple of times, but they were both top-level guys. I think they both placed high at the state tournament. That 132 bracket at 4A is going to be fire. I cannot wait. Eli, Murray, Gibson, Blevins, Harrison. That's going to be the best quarters of 4A, I think. That's just pure bias after watching that match, right? So Gibson gets it done, but it's not enough. And it's a 32-31 victory for Laney Buccaneers. Rhett was right on that one as far as our picks from our last episode. But technically, neither of us were right from our episode 27 picks. He picked Lake Norman, and I picked Northwest Guilford. So neither of us were right from our episode 27, but from our latest picks, Rhett was right again. So two for Rhett for that one. 1 for me because I did pick Bandy's recently, and at the beginning of the state tournament, episode 27. So, man, I can't wait. We get another 2 duels here, guys. Right now, Union Pines is warming up right in front of me. Fred T. Ford is warming up over here. Both teams, we know, we've talked about Ford a whole bunch this year. Union Pines, the McCafferty brothers leading that team. It's going to be a fun duel. Yeah, I know. I don't want to say it anymore, Coach Young. No more. I won't. I'll give them these ones, but I think 1A, I'll keep reminding them about that 1A West semi. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around for just a second here so you guys can kind of see warm-ups, and then I'm going to pop off and get some clips of this. Yeah, all right, Hoy. And then we got Fred T. Ford over here. Gonna be ready. All right, guys. Fred T. Ford, Union Pines, Avery, you are in charter, gonna get ready to go. Union Pines, Fred T. Ford, I'm really excited for Phineas McCafferty versus Hunter Clark. Pumped up for Aiden McCafferty, Zane Burkett. Those are the 2 best matches in my opinion. I really can't wait to see Carter Floyd in person. I don't think they're gonna zero Union Pines. No, I think it's gonna be a big score to a little score probably based on their meeting earlier, but I don't think we're going to have a 0, a blank here. Union Pines got too many bullets in the chamber to allow that to happen, especially the McCafferty brothers and Crawford at 113. I really like him, but Ford has the hammers at the same weights. I cannot wait to see Carter Floyd in person, man. He's a hammer for Ford. Can't wait to see McCafferty again, Brock Carey, that whole crew, and then the 1A duel with Avery and URA Charter. You're going to get Seth Blackledge, Doug Bowles, maybe a preview of the state finals. We're going to get Bradley Parker and Grayson Roberts, maybe a preview of the state finals. We're going to get Jack MacArthur, Grant Reese. We're going to get maybe Grant Reese, Alden Hernandez. Who knows? Let's see what the lineup looks like. Man, the two themes for Union Ponds UR Charter is can they keep up? Avery's got all those hammers. Ford's got all those hammers. We'll see if they can keep up. Can't wait to see you guys after that. I'll go live real quick after those ones before I get on the road. Red will post it up on Instagram. Thanks for tuning in. Keep supporting North Carolina. Head over to our Patreon, support us. That way we can get to more tournaments, be around you guys, get more clips, more coverage. Thanks for everything. Yeah, freshman Brock Sullivan. I've heard his name a few times. I'm interested to see how that one goes at 160 against maybe Slager or Weaver or maybe Burkett. They've all been at 160 at some point. We'll see what happens. Don't forget to go follow and us on all our social media accounts, and go ahead and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel since you're here. And then shout out to Chain Wrestling. That's our newest partner. If you saw on Instagram, go to chainwrestling.co, and use the promo code Carolina State 22. Carolina State 22, and you can get 15% off everything on the website. So Carolina State 22 at chainwrestling.co, and you can get 15% off the whole website. All right, guys. See you later.